I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world.
Disney's Aladdin was released on both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. The version we'll be looking at today is the Super Nintendo version, which was developed and published by Capcom. It was released for the Super Famicom in Japan on November 26, 1993, Europe on January 27, 1994, and for the Super Nintendo on November 21, 1993. This version of Aladdin played out very similarly to the Disney animated film of the same name, but there are a few interesting inconsistencies. But for some of you that don't know, Aladdin is a heartwarming tale of an orphan named Aladdin, born on the streets of Agrabah, falling in love with a princess named Jasmine. Jasmine falls in love with him as well, just the way he is. Sure, he lied to her through the use of magic, but she's a princess, so between that and the evil Jafar's hostile takeover, this has probably been the worst week she has ever had in her life. Disney's Aladdin shows that true love can overcome both capitalism and the monarchy. Also, having a genie and a magic carpet along with a sassy monkey helps too. Now, how well does this translate to game form? Well, kind of awkwardly. Don't get me wrong, I love this game, but it's kind of hard to translate this into an easy-to-follow game. Sure, they do have these really awkward cutscenes between each stage to try to help you follow the story, but then they use in-game cutscenes, which are kind of cool, but at the same time, you should probably just stick to one or the other. And when it comes to movie accuracy, if you've ever seen the movie, then this level literally makes 0 sense. It's a fun level to play, it's just confusing as hell. What isn't confusing is the gameplay itself. You jump on what you want gone, or you throw apples to stun characters that could literally use their arrows to block out the sun. And if you need to glide like Arabian Batman, which as I say it, sounds like a character DC created during Batman Inc., you can get a cloth to do just that. My biggest problem with the game is a certain part of the Cave of Wonders. Everyone who has played this game knows exactly what I'm talking about. I have no problem with the difficulty of a game increasing over time, but the fact that this magic carpet segment came out of nowhere, and the fact that they don't do another one later on during the game, wasn't the best decision. This stage actually causes me to scream into random pillows at many points throughout the day. I still have night terrors to this day. This segment feels like a way to get people who were renting the game to buy it so they wouldn't beat it in one go. I say this because the rest of the game feels a lot easier. Sure, there are parts here and there that are a bit tricky, and attempting to get the scarab each stage so you can get a shot at the bonus is a challenge every time, but nothing is like this magic carpet stage. Nothing. In fact, the easiest part of this game is the final boss, Jafar. No, really. While I won't show the ending cutscene, beating the final boss is literally a few stomps on the head, effectively turning Aladdin into Mario and Jafar into an oversized Goomba. But does this take away from the game? While it does remove a lot of tension, it isn't like the stage beforehand was a complete walk in the park. All in all though, this game is pretty short. The game only has 7 stages, and as I mentioned earlier, most can be a bit too easy once you get the hang of the controls. So what's the final verdict? While the game is short, it definitely is a fun ride, but that Cave of Wonders bit really hurts it in my eyes. But on the other hand, this soundtrack is amazing. Being able to hear 8-bit versions of A Whole New World and Friend Like Me really do end up adding to the overall fun factor. So I'll give this game 4 out of 5 Abus.
For you and me.
Can I play Disney's Aladdin now?
Sure.